All right, so when we're thinking about these different types of goods that aren't the usual private goods that we consume on a day-to-day basis, we generally want to conduct a cost-benefit analysis, particularly with public goods like parks, right? Now, there's going to be a cost to society. We've got to spend taxpayer dollars building the park, maintaining the park. So if the government and we as a society are going to build the park, we want to make sure that the benefits that are going to be enjoyed by society using the park, we want to make sure that the benefits are greater than the costs, or at least equal. And that's what cost benefit analysis is, right? It's this process to determine whether the benefits of providing a public good, such as a park, outweigh the costs. Now, the hard thing about cost benefit analysis is that while the costs are pretty easy to compute, you can have someone, a contractor, someone who has experience building parks, estimate the costs, generally pretty easy. Now, what's harder to estimate are the benefits, right? Let me go back a second here. So the benefits are not as easy to calculate. Now, one way of trying to go about getting the benefits is things like surveys, asking people what they would pay. What would you hypothetically pay to use this park per month? But the problem with those surveys is that they actually have an incentive. They might have an incentive to misrepresent the value to them. So I'm like, oh, I would really like a park. In all reality, would only be willing to pay like maybe $15 a month for said hypothetical public park. But I would really like it. And I know that once it's built, I wouldn't have to pay for it. So I'm going to say that I would pay $2,000 a month for this park, right? There's an incentive with these types of surveys and other ways of measuring the benefits to misrepresent the value. So that's the difficulty in most cases with cost benefit analysis. Now, there are a lot of sophisticated ways to try to get around this, but that's a subject for public economics, perhaps, right? Another more advanced economics class.